So, Super Cheap had a sale on today, conveniently, because I needed a new engine stand, which is together in there, obviously, as you can see. And then I've got those little mats there for something else. So as I alluded to in another video, I've actually got another project on the go because I don't have enough at once already. And I've managed to find an engine for it, which I am stoked about. So I will talk more about that project very soon, but in the meantime, let's go get that engine. So I bought the Chev when I was 18, 19 years old. First car I ever bought. Didn't run, which is perfect because it set the tone for all the cars that I bought and kept in my future, where none of them run. Well, some of them run, but yeah, so that was 18, 19, you know, it was well over 10 years ago, and I finally bought an engine for it. So here it is. Engine and gearbox. So manualized T400 and Small Block 400 Chev. So biggest small block you can get, wow, pretty much, you know, without going crazy. This will be a torque monster. I'm so excited to get this in the car and to get that in the car and to rip some mad skids. So I know it looks a little bit rough at the moment, but it's been sitting in a shed for quite a while, waiting for this moment. As I showed you before, I bought that engine stand, so I'm going to put that together and then I'm going to chuck this engine up on the stand and I'm going to start tidying it up. I can't wait. So to get it on the engine stand, I need to work out what bolts go into the block here. So this is a GM block, it's not a dart block or anything like that. And so it should be Imperial. So I'm going to work that out now. If Bear would get out of the way. Are you for real? Are you for real? Let's get this flywheel off. I'm probably going to put the camera down and not do this one-handed. Bear, for real. Lightweight. You helping? So after some quick googling, I've got a 3/8 tap here just to double check the threads because I don't have any 3/8 bolts, so I'll obviously be very careful with that. I'm just going to lubricate them all a little bit and double check, and then I'll check the depth, make sure I order some bolts to the right length, and away we go. So, as I said, I checked all those threads, 3/8 of an inch, and they're all pretty good in there. No issues, no, you know, like no broken threads, no crap, no real issue of rust or anything like that. A little bit of surface rust in a couple of them, but they're all good. Tap went in nice and easy. So now I'll just measure this length here, which if I was to guess, maybe like 75 mil, something like that, and make sure I get bolts long enough to go in. So the other thing is that I will also check the depth of these holes here and make sure that I get a bolt that pretty much runs the length of them. El Cheapo vernier out here, and the depth is, what do we got there, 23 odd mils. Make sure that they're no different. Same. Oop, is that, oh no, that's longer. Ah, there you go, you see. So lucky I checked. I don't know if that's going to focus. Focus! That's about 25 mils. And if I put this one back in here, it kind of feels a little bit soft in there. Oh yeah, see, look at that crap. So there you go. Lucky I checked. So 70, there you go. So 70 plus 25, 95. So I'll probably order 100 mil bolts or somewhere or nearest around there, and get this going. Alright, so as I said, 3/8 NC and high tensile, 4 inches long. That's what I need, and no one's got them. Everyone can order them, no one has them today. So I'm gonna call around basically to every single place that sells bolts until I hopefully find them so that I can have them this weekend, because I'm impatient. I don't want to wait. Normally I'm happy to wait for, like, you know, other things when I plan them out, but I didn't really plan this out. And now I want them now so that I can do stuff to the engine now. So that's my story. And in the meantime, while I wait for people to call me back, I'm going to eat this amazing pasta that I made. Check this out. How good does that look? Also, I forgot to say that a while ago you saw me drop some sauce bottles off with Jaden, and he hooked me up. Check these out. Oh baby. Fresh, homemade tomato sauce to last me for an eternity. Well, not really. It'll last me maybe like 6 months. See, all I needed was some food and a coffee. I found some bolts. Let's go get them. Bear, excited to help? I'm back. I got the bolts. I just checked them and they're all good. I don't know why, I just had a bad feeling that he'd given me the wrong size, but he hasn't, so we're all good there. Let's clean out these bolt holes, which are still a little bit gunky, so I'm gonna clean them out, blow them out, and then I'm gonna run the tap in there just to make sure they're all good and put on the stand. Let's do it, Bear. All right. Alrighty, so Bear heard a beep. We're on there, nice and tight. So we'll chuck this on the stand and hope it doesn't fall off. Here's one I prepared earlier. How good is that? Man, that looks big on that engine stand. But it says 450 kilos. I've got a bit of a habit of like overdoing things, you know, like over engineering when I don't need to. So I was gonna go much bigger with the engine stand, but it's less than 450 kilos, you know, it's like 600 pounds or something, which I don't know, I think it's like 300 kilos, you know, I don't know, 280, something like that. So I think we're good. Oh, I think we're good, Bear. What do you reckon? Let's go. Engine is on, and I'm stoked. I'm actually extremely stoked. I cannot wait to clean this up. So it's just been sitting in the shed for about, I don't know, 10 years, maybe 12 years. But it was basically built, put in the car, driven for a very short period of time, pulled out, and then they went LS. So you can see he was obviously planning on filling his swimming pool with this pump, because that is an enormous water pump. But if you haven't guessed already, this is actually a 400 small block. So bigger than the 350 small block. It's basically like the biggest of the small blocks that you can get. Sometimes I'll stroke them out and go a little bit bigger, but this is essentially as big as it gets for the small block engine. One of the issues that they have is overheating issues or cooling issues is something that's prevalent with these engines, hence the massive water pump at the front there. And that's basically due to like the thin cylinder walls, which I think they call Siamese walls. So as I said, yeah, I'm stoked. I can't wait to clean this up and hear it running again, and yeah, get it in the car. So basically this was in a 75 series Landcruiser. I've got the manualized TH400 there, which actually has a transfer case on the back because it was in the cruiser and it was four-wheel drive. So obviously need to get another rear housing there. That's no big deal, easy enough to get. Yeah, and so essentially this is the plan for this, is to put it in my Chev, which is, as I said, the first car I've bought. But I have this loose plan where I would like to possibly try and make it to Chopped this year. So if any of you make it to Chopped Festival, definitely be keen to hear what you think about it. I've never been, but I've wanted to go for a very long time, and I've just never made the time to get there. It's often on when I used to have exams for uni and all that sort of thing. So it'd be great to actually take my own car there. So it's a pretty ambitious plan. I'm not going to say that I'm definitely going to do it, but at the moment I'm working out the logistics to see if it's actually possible for me to make it there. So yeah, keen to hear what you think if you've been before. And that's probably where I might leave it for today. I've got other 180 stuff to do, as I said, and I'll be cleaning this engine up and posting all of that sort of stuff. Instagram's where I post most of my updates. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Let me know any questions or suggestions, or as I said, if you've been to Chopped before. And yeah, see you in the next one.